My name's Andrew. I'm an accommodation advisor for Ingeus South Central. My job is to support people who are unsentenced or sentenced, predominantly unsentenced, with their accommodation need. I first met Khalif on the induction wing in HMP Bullingdon, and straight away Khalif had mentioned that he had a property that he wanted to maintain because he was remanded and he was expecting to be out pretty shortly, so he just wanted to make sure that he still had the accommodation to go to when he got released.
My name's Khalif. I first got involved with Ingeus when I met Andy for my second time in prison. When I met Andy, his main priority and concern was to try and push to maintain my accommodation where I'd been staying prior. He sorted it out, they managed to keep it for as long as they could, but for every month that went by when I wasn't home, they were getting more and more twitchy. So eventually I said to Andy, you might as well just let them shut the place down. And that's what they did. And then it basically was like to me, obviously when you get your release date, I need to know so that I can sort you out to go home. And then what happened was I went to court for a hearing and the judge released me on that day. But I've got nothing, I'm back to square one. I was literally living in a tent.
So my job then was to try and find out where he was, and then when I did get hold of him, he was in a tent next to a canal in Kidlington, which is just outside Oxford. And he had nothing. He had no food, he had no money, he had absolutely nothing. And it was just my plan at that point just to try and get him somewhere so he wasn't in the tent that night.
And yeah, luckily, I get a random phone call and it was Andy. He's like, "Alright mate, what's going on?" I was like, "Bro, like, I'm stuck. I literally don't know what to do."
So I just made a few phone calls, knowing that he was an ex-serviceman, so he was in the army. So I made a few phone calls to the Royal British Legion, Veterans Aid, and within an hour, he was in a hotel.
My name is Faye Williamson. I'm a Contracts and Partnership Manager for South Central Accommodation. My role is to ensure that we are meeting our contractual obligations, to ensure that the service users that come into our service receive all the support with regard to moving them into accommodation.
So the plan from there was to try and look at what support was available for him. He was helping out at Pure Gym in Bicester, he was doing some PT stuff there, and he then found out that somebody had a room available in a shared house in Bicester, but he was unsure about how to go about it, so we supported him in making contact with the landlord, and once he was set up there we managed to get him some clothing, we got him some bedding, we got him a TV. It was all paid for through Ingeus. And then I never heard anything after that point because, once he'd secured accommodation, pretty much that's my role finished. And then out of the blue, I got an email to say, "Hi Andy, thanks very much for all your support. Now in London, now doing PT qualification."
Things have stabilised. I've got my own flat, obviously, in this area, a nice area of London. I can train, I can eat well. I wouldn't be stood here today. And even now, they're still helping me with another branch of Ingeus. I've just been doing a personal training course, which I've just finished. It's called a Restart Programme. For anyone that's sort of wanting to get back into employment and stuff like that. And yeah, they're funding my level 2, funding my level 3.
I'm just really proud of where he is and what he's doing and how his life's going now. So it's all positive for him, isn't it? And it's a really good outcome.
Without him, I wouldn't be here where I'm stood now today. I can't lie to you. I can't thank Andy enough for all the help he's given me.
If you wish to make a referral to CRS accommodation, you can either speak to our accommodation advisors or make a referral on Refer and Monitor.